morning, beautifuls. So today I want to share a little bit of energetic insight, hygiene, and etiquette for social media. This came off the realization of why I always permanently block any acquaintance from real life or that I met online. I permanently block them if I've noticed they stealth unfollowed me. Let me define what this is. The stealth unfollow is when someone who you mutually follow each other and they secretly unfollow you but keep you on their followings list so they can have like one extra subscriber count or whatever. And you might be thinking, that's so petty. You know what? I am willing to look like a petty bitch on the internet to teach you something very valuable about energetic hygiene in your day-to-day life. The way you do one thing is the way you do everything, as above, so below. So patterns in reality are never isolated. And what's going on in an energetic level when you have a lot of these people you're following who don't follow you back, on an energetic level, this is how spells work. This is how like witchcraft works through these symbolic objects too. Talismans, how they work. When you keep those attachments that aren't giving back to you, you're literally training yourself to be drained of energy. And human beings, we have been programmed to be energy vampires. Before you come at me and say like, oh, not me, I like recycle, I buy eco-friendly stuff. Listen, I'm talking about humanity as a collective. Human beings as a collective treat the planet and each other in an exploitative, detrimental way. And we can't really help ourselves because it's the environment that we've been born into and raised inside. So this thought came to my head recently, that why is it that everyone seems so tired and exhausted, and especially in a big city like London or just like in modern contemporary life? It's because you start the day with a certain amount of energy. You start your life as a child with this great level of energy. And as you go through the world, you get other people's negative moods, you get negative beliefs drilled into you, and you get these little energy vampires in your environment and in the people around you, or virtually even in this case, in today's video. And you're not taught well enough on how to like cut those off or how to get rid of those mosquitoes. So let me just like help you do that real quick before I get out of bed. So here is some social media etiquette. When you meet someone, at a social event or gathering, in this day and age, it's really common to like, especially if you're a creative person, exchange Instagram or look at each other's social media, right? So your Instagram has like become this sort of dating app and like portfolio for creative people and models and like humans in general. Dating app, CV, portfolio. Instagram is literally the modern day version of that all together in one place. This is why you got to be really careful with such a platform, because on an energetic level, it unfolds in your reality. So here's why I permanently block any of the people in my life who have stealth unfollowed me. So like secretly unfollowed me, but did not remove me as a follower, which that is my social media etiquette. I have Wanlin, aka me. I have certain rules in my day-to-day life that I abide to with the best of my knowledge and practice. One of these rules is I always give money to a homeless woman unless if she's an active danger to me or she doesn't want to take it or for some other reason. But that's one of my rules. And the other rule is if I don't want to follow someone on Instagram anymore, I will remove them as a follower in addition to unfollowing them, because that is energetic hygiene and etiquette. I am not so desperate to have an extra follower on my following count, that I am willing to secretly kick you off, but like keep you on to look good. I am not that desperate for followers, no. But if someone does that to me, you bet I am seeing you as a little mosquito. Because if someone like secretly unfollows you because they don't care about your content, it's actually a very good thing. Anytime you maybe up level and you upgrade the content of your channel or your social media profile, it's very likely that a bunch of people who added you when you were a different version of yourself, they will no longer resonate with what you put out, so they will unfollow you en masse. And that is a really good thing. Don't be scared. Like, get excited, because then with your new authentic version of yourself, different people will come find you, people who are actually meant to be with you, okay? And to be in your world. But if someone that you've known in real life or virtually, and you've had some sort of like acquaintanceship or friendship or collaboration, any of that like interaction, and they secretly unfollow you but don't remove you as a follower, what that does on an energetic level is vampiric basically. Because you have to think of followings and followers as like energetic channels. And when I tell you, the happiest, healthiest, wealthiest people, they see every aspect of their reality as an energetic channel that is either giving to them back in an equitable amount of benefit, or it's being detrimental to them because they don't receive as much as they give out. And if you're lucky, or if you're like more on exploitative side, you can get more energy from another being or another person than what you give them. That's also possible. But most of the population, that's not even like on their radar. That's also on a spiritual level why certain people steal, why it's oftentimes like the most angry, sad, and destitute people will steal. Like when I was a child and my parents just moved to Texas and they did not have a lot of money, I would steal from the school cafeteria because I felt like subconsciously, looking back, I understood that stealing from the school cafeteria, like little string cheese, it was my way of karmically balancing the scales, so to speak, when I felt like all of my classmates lived in beautiful houses, but I had to live in a shitty apartment. So on a spiritual level, that's like why people steal as well. Sometimes in the extreme ends of society, like the richest and the poorest will steal because they want to get more. Either they feel like they don't have enough, or they always want more, and it's not enough. Okay, so back to social media. How does this relate to social media? I'm not telling you, here's what I'm not telling you to do, okay? I am not telling you to constantly look and check in a paranoid way who's following you and like who you're following and like checking all the numbers. I'm not telling you to do that. That is negative aura, okay? Just to be very clear. That is desperate energy. That is, if you don't validate me, then I will be upset. No, that is not how a queen operates. What I'm telling you here, get the clear message, okay? Nuance. Modern day society and education has, and also like social media with the extremes in opinion, it's lost the power of nuance. So here's the nuance. I want you to be extremely aware of the energy you're giving out and receiving back in, specifically today in the context of social media hygiene. So consciously be very aware of like what you're consuming online and what posts you're liking. Because the media that you engage with, whether negative and bad or good and positive, it is a literal mirror of how you're feeling and who you identify as in that specific moment. Okay? If you look back, for example, on your Spotify Wrapped playlists year by year, If you notice that you were going through an especially hard year, that music, you will be able to see, you'll like smell it like an odor, the bad vibes that you were living through. Because I did this recently where I looked at some of my old Spotify rap playlists from like 2018, 19, 20, and the songs, they were just like about being alone, heartbreak, angry rap music, sad opera arias. And the art and media and social media content you consume, it's a literal mirror of yourself. This is true for every aspect of your day-to-day environment and reality, but it's like especially condensed on social media, which is also why when you look at your Instagram Explore page, it's very much a reflection of your mind. Unless if you just don't really use social media and they give you whatever random crap and you don't like really engage with it. That's an exception that I could see. But generally speaking, if you do engage in social media and content, your Explore page on Instagram is like a mirror of your soul. And I trust that I curate that shit, okay? As well as the people around me. So what you do when you become more aware of the post you're liking, you can see like how people in your life value you by the engagement they give you. And you can see how you value other people via this social media platform like Instagram on how you engage with them. So if the scales are really unbalanced, just keep note of that. You're being, just like notice if someone is not engaging with you and you're like constantly engaging with them, like liking all their stuff. That could be a personality issue that you don't necessarily have to change, because like me, I'm very bubbly. I am a Libra Sun, Libra Venus. But if you piss me off, you will get the Godzilla. You will get my crow friends attacking you. Shh, don't tell them about the crows. Okay, back on topic. But anyways, what I'm saying is, have you ever noticed in your mind, like when you're on social media, there are certain people who just don't engage a lot on social media content. But if like they like one of your posts, you'll be like, oh my God, he or she liked my post. That is like so cool. I got the whatever, insert name like. This was a thing on Facebook. Like back in high school, people would joke if a certain person liked their post, oh my God, I got the Maddie like. It's like they value, it's because they value that person's engagement so much more, because they don't like hand it out like advertising flyers or free candy on Halloween. Though free candy is good, but flyers are bad. So you get the idea. Human beings are trained to value what is more scarce. So on a marketing tactic level, that's why a lot of these luxury boutiques like Tiffany, even if they don't have really good quality jewelry, they will put a velvet rope outside of their storefront and limit the amount of people that go in, even if they have enough room and service people to take care of the customers. They will artificially make it seem like they're more desired by making people wait outside in line. You can do that using social media. I'm not saying you have to, but that can really play out in your benefit. I see through all of this BS, so I can like tell this to you how it works. So step one of energetic hygiene on social media would be to notice where your channels are bleeding out attention and love and energy to places where it's not really valued. AKA, if you're following someone and they secretly unfollow you and you continue like supporting all of their content, just if you want to continue doing that, it's fine. Just understand that you're being a fan. And if you've watched my video about celebrity culture and fans, you know that's not my vibe. You know that's not healthy in my perspective. Step two, be very conscious of what media you're engaging with on social media like Instagram. If it's someone you know, notice like what you're giving to them and how they are responding back to you. If this sounds manipulative, it isn't. The most successful people just do this automatically in a subconscious level. So some of us, if we're not born with this subconscious ability, we need to cultivate it. And that is a great thing. That leads us to our success. We don't deny our weaknesses. We work on them so that they become strong. Yeah, roar, full moon in Aries. Let's go. So yeah, notice what you're engaging with. Also, because what you engage with, you'll get more of. That's why if I see like really negative news or like TikToks about girls complaining about their horrible dates, I literally just scroll past them because it's not entertaining to me. It's like sad to see. But if you live in a reality where men are treating you badly, it would resonate more with you. So that will like draw into your reality. So I don't curse myself by liking negative content on social media. I just like scroll past it. If it's educational and it's like uncomfortable in an uncomfortable topic, yeah, I can choose to engage with that and learn something, but I'm not going to mindlessly consume whatever is handed to me. I'm going to curate that shit. Bet. Next, what I've noticed with a lot of these public figures on social media is a lot of the most famous, most highly admired, and wealthiest, happiest people on their social media platforms, they're A, very authentic, but B, they understand where they're valued. So, and they also understand what brings them value in the form of entertainment, joy, and support or friendship. So if you ever see like the account, if you ever want, okay, here's a pro tip. If you want to up-level your life, find the Instagram account of someone you really admire and look at who and what they're following. In terms of people, educators, businesses, brands, find what they're consuming. And that is like one great way. Sorry, that was a low battery notification. That is a great way of bypassing a gatekeeping when it comes to the good stuff in life. Find the people, like the real niche figures that you admire in whatever field you want to succeed or whatever energy you want to embody. Find that person's Instagram account and go through their followings list, and you will find the kinds of places they eat, the kind of authors or educators they consume, and the places they go for entertainment or learning, or even like where they find their clothes, the brands, or where they shop to buy food. Like all of this is energetic. And you can level up so much. You can go bypass so much gatekeeping just by doing this one Instagram trick. Yeah, you're welcome. So social media, another thing is social media. If you're not using it consciously in the ways I'm describing in this video, you're going about it unconsciously. And when you're going about social media unconsciously, you are going to be dragged down through the mud, through the dregs of humanity. Because the way social media works, I've noticed, is it is like a sloped floor. I heard about this in a ballet documentary a long time ago, that the Vaganova Ballet Academy in Russia, like one of the best ballet academies in the world, but very demanding, very harsh, very strict. I think on some of their studios in this very old building, they have a sloped floor. So the dancers, like some of the international students, when they first go to this school to train as ballerinas, they have to learn to dance on this sloped floor, which in the beginning is very hard. It's strange. The gravity works different, but eventually they get used to this sloped floor. Social media works in the same way. If you go about it consciously, it can be a great tool for you. You just need to use these very specific methods of using it consciously to make it work for you. Otherwise, it's really just like this sloped floor. You're going to be pulled towards negativity, bad news, triggering content, because collectively, humanity, we generally are more perceptive of what's negative and aggressive. So that's why like social media notifications, they're red. That's why like blood, passion, power, that energy is coded in the color red. Another like very specific thing I want you to notice when you're going through like social interaction, in these social gatherings where you're exchanging Instagrams, what I do specifically is if someone asks for my Instagram, I will pull it up on their phone and I will just give it to them and they can look at it later. I'm not going to ask them to follow me. I would never do that. God, I would never do that. Jesus. Also, I would never take their phone, type in my username, and then click follow and then give it back to them. That is fucking disgusting. When I tell you, when I see people do that to me, I secretly feel like I'm being raped. And this goes on the notion that, because like consciously, I'm the one who decides what I want to consume. If I ask for your Instagram, I want to look at it. I don't want you to decide that you want a new follower, so you're just going to add me. It's energetically very gross. And the thing is, I don't like make other people follow me or like tap the follow and hand the phone back to them, because I only want people who actually value what I make online and who I am to follow me. Other people, like, just fuck off. I don't care. And like, that's how you get ride or die friends, just by being authentic, by not caring if you're there or not. Like, I know the right people are going to find me, whether it's you or not. Like, I'm going to be fine. Je pose ça ici, comme ça, c'est pas grave. Vas-y. So, me being French, me being a Virgo, not that I'm a Virgo, but I do have Virgo Mars placement, so. Okay, so next is, on an energetic scale, okay, I gotta be careful with the battery. I'm battery running low. On an energetic scale, you also have like between your perfect, happy, healthy dream life and like a life where you just don't want to live, between 0 and 100, you have like these tiny degrees. I like to call them paper cuts of how like fuckable you are or fuckoverable you are. And when you let people bypass your boundaries by stealth unfollowing you, or like them giving you their Instagram on your phone and then like tapping the follow for you, or like you engaging positively in their content and they're doing nothing back, they just like watch your stories and watch your success as your wins and they don't like say anything, monitoring spirit, that's not beneficial to you. And you need to be like fully happy to cut that stuff and that behavior off. And if you want to be a fan, if you want to be someone's fan, that is fine. Why are you watching my channel? But anyways, just be very careful of like these little paper cuts of letting other people fuck with you. Because subconsciously, when you let other people disrespect you in ways like a stealth unfollow, or like you handing them your phone, them pulling up their Instagram and then tapping follow, from just like, instead of letting you do that on your own, that's training yourself to be more fuckable with, more rapeable. Sorry, not sorry. If you search up the word R-A-P-E in the dictionary, it's literally like an assault. And that's not just sexually. It's like on every perspective, from your belongings to your home to like just energetically, it's extremely violent. But I'm using this word because between a scale of perfectly happy with healthy boundaries and being totally violated, there are these different degrees, and they're like cancer cells inside your body. Every day your body has cancer cells, and your defense immune system dissolve them for you. On an energetic level on social media, in your daily conscious life and unconscious life, you need to be like your immune system and keep those cancer cells in check. So when people try to leech off your energy or try to disrespect you in some way, whether they're doing it consciously or not, you need to keep that in check if you don't want to be violated. 0, 100, happy, healthy boundaries, violated. Yeah, like you need to keep those little paper cuts in check and heal them ASAP. Okay, that's it for today. I'm sure this will benefit you in so many ways. You can find me on Instagram under La Princesse des Beaux-Arts. I love you all so much. I wish you a beautiful life. And remember to keep your social media clean. I don't mean like no booty pics. I love booty pics. I love Raylo Black. I'm straight, 99%. But still, getting back on topic, keep your social media energetically clean. Okay? Love you all so much. Au revoir. Bye. Bisous. Boop.